Hey, what's up? This is Ryan, and I want to wish the Pancakes and Powerslams Show, the Crave Wrestling brand, and the Dr. Chris Featherstone himself a happy 9-year anniversary. Sin Cara was never world champ, but you're still going strong. Congrats.
Dr. Chris Featherstone, hey, remember me? I was Derek from the first maybe 100, 200 episodes of Pancakes and Powerslams. Look at how far you've came. I love everything about it, all the memories that we had. So much happiness for you, buddy. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next.
What up, Chris and everybody over at Pancakes and Powerslams that help it do what it does? Of course, it is your host of hosts, your God light, your paragon of virtue, and your NWA World Television Champion, the Pope, Elijah Burke. And I just wanted to give you a shout out on celebrating 9 years of Pancakes and Powerslam, Daddy. And we look forward to 9 more years to come.
Yeah. You already know what time it is. It's that official time. When we take this worldwide. Let's go. Listen. So now it's time to turn it up. Surf the radio waves as we begin to burn it up. We all up in your area like landscape, definitely bringing you the Powerslam pancakes. It's a mandate that you tune in. It's time to move out so we can move in and recognize that this is no illusion. I'm here to clear the air so that there is no confusion. It all started off in the book of Genesis when Jacob was wrestling with who he thought was his nemesis. And when the man saw he couldn't overpower him, he touched his hip but he really couldn't devour him. And from that point, then we hear a name change, rearrange the game, so now we gotta change lanes. So I'm here to let you know it's time to listen to the Pancake and Powerslam Show. Let's go! Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam Show. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam Show. Turn it up.
Nine years, ladies and gentlemen, 9 years. This is the Pancakes and Powerslams Show. I am Dr. Chris Featherstone. This is the new P&P set, the Vision United Lounge. Listen, man, we're going to have a great time as we do, as always. Man, we got so much going on. We're going to jump right into it, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of shout-outs for the rest of the night, and we're going to have a quick 15-minute Q&A, man, from one of my favorite people to talk to. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, he is the man, Nick Patrick. How are you tonight, my man?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. I want to say congratulations. I'm not going to be all upbeat as like a lot of the guys in the typical wrestling promo, but I'm going to shoot straight with you. Doing anything for 9 years in the wrestling business is a great accomplishment. And what's really cool about it is it's not like you just finishing up at 9 years. You're just now hitting full stride, and you can hit another 9 years real easy. Good luck, man, and thanks for having me. And congratulations on 9 years. That's awesome.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it, man. All right, let's get right into some questions. Let's Nick Patrick. We got lots and lots of thank you, shout outs, and I really appreciate it. We'll get to that in a bit. Let's see. Let's ask, how was it working with The Rock? Reacts.
Rock was very cool for as big of a star. Of course, he wasn't as big of a star then as he is now. But he was the top guy there at WWE, and he was very cool to work with. I fit right in, you know. I was used to working in main events and stuff, and I was used to listening to from in the old days back when I first started refereeing. There was only one or two refs on the show, so you had to remember everything. You had to remember all the spots and stuff and carry stuff back and forth. So I was pretty good at remembering detailed stuff. So he liked to detail his stuff a lot. And so Vince put me there with him one time because he listened to me. Some guys was going over stuff, and when they went back over the second time, they forgot two or three things that they talked about the first time. And I'm like, well, hey, what about this thing in the corner? And they're like, oh, yeah. I'm like, well, hey, what about that thing on the floor? And they go, oh, yeah, that's right. You know, so he put me, he liked that, and he put me in a position to work with him a lot more. But Rock as a person was very cool to work with and a lot of fun because anything he did with him, he was going to get it. He's going to steal the show. So,
yep, absolutely. What about the Hall of Fame? What do you think, man? You believe that you belong in the Hall of Fame?
Do I believe who belongs in the Hall of Fame? Me?
Nick Patrick. Yep.
I don't. I'm very flattered because I heard this week that Booker T threw my name out, and I'm very flattered. And that would be awesome. It would be very cool to be in the Hall. But as far as deserving it, I don't know. There's a lot of other refs out there, a lot of people that deserve it, and I truly don't think they're going to ever really put a ref in the Hall of Fame because. For a lot of different political reasons. They don't pay refs royalties. And if they all of a sudden put one of us in the Hall of Fame and acknowledge that we've done this or acknowledge our contribution, then it kind of puts them in a spotlight because the announcers at one time took him to court and won. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't want to have that whole can of worms opened up with referees. And I truly don't think that they'll really put one of us in there. But it was very, very cool to have my name thrown out there. I was very flattered.
Yes, indeed. James is asking, what was it like? What was it like working with talents like Jericho, Benoit, Austin, and The Rock?
Jericho was awesome to work with. I had in his earlier years when he was with WCW. He had Teddy Long for a manager, and I had a match with him at World War III. I don't remember what year it was. Where during one of his promos, he said he could beat me up with one hand tied behind his back, and I said, "Oh yeah!" And I challenged him to a match. So he had to wrestle me in a match with one hand tied behind his back. I don't know if you remember that or not, but it was a lot of fun. And he lined up. He'd come up with the whole thing. And I was like, you know, I listened to him. I said, yeah, that's great. Let's do it. And I could tell with his charisma and his passion for the business back then. I knew he was going to be a big star. But I kind of felt that he would have had to go to WWE to reach that potential stardom because they was only going to get him so far in WCW. For some reason, there was a group of guys that to break through to become real main eventers. They had to switch over and go to the other company because Vince knew how to package them and present them better than WCW did.
Yeah, three of these four are approved: Jericho, Benoit, and Austin. All of them had to go to WWE to really.
Benoit was in intensity. He was so much fun to work with, and he wasn't one of those guys that would sit and have to talk about everything he was going to do. He just tried to do it, you know. And Guerrero was like that too. Him and Eddie. It was awesome working. All those guys that you named on the list, it was an honor to work with each one of them. They all have their own style, you know, and made their own impact on the industry in their own way. But it was awesome to get to work with Rock, especially. Now he's like the biggest star in the world. I can say, yeah, he rock bottomed me and ripped my shirt off and had Mike Chioda drop an elbow and give me some stiff kicks.
Nick is asking if you were called on to ref one more match, who would you want to work with?
Oh, that's hard to say. I really like to watch Bray Wyatt. I like that kid's work, and I like the whole persona and everything. A lot of people don't know where they're going with it, but I've not known him personally, but I remember him. I've known his dad for years, and I remember him coming around back in the old WCW taping days. Him and his brother were just little kids, and they would hang out with their mom. They had this big female Rottweiler, and they would hang out. But as far as the new generation, I really like his work, and I like watching that Cesaro kid work. He is a great technical worker with his styles work. In fact, one of the matches I saw him have, it was on a Raw or a SmackDown. It wasn't a pay-per-view, but it was on live TV. I thought it was with Cena. I thought it was WrestleMania quality, and that kid has got a lot going for him. I don't know how far they'll be able to push him up the ladder. He seems like he's kind of been pigeonholed to one level, where he's at. But I think he certainly has talent to be able to break on through. And I like to work with his matches because I like that wrestling style that he does.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Did you ever smell Kane's fire when it came out?
Did I ever smell Kane's fire when it came out? When you're standing in that ring and that fire blows, you feel it, you smell it, everything. Because it's you have to stand literally in the middle of the ring because if you're too close to the post, it'll light you up. They let you know when it's coming. That's why everybody gets away from it. That's pretty intense.
Yeah. A couple more here. What was your real story behind the fast count at Starrcade '97?
Oh, we talked about that one a long time ago. I get that. You've heard. No, I get that a lot. What happened is I got in the building. Eric Bischoff came up to me and he gave me the version, the straight up, the finish. And then he left, and I couldn't find him for the whole rest of the evening. And so Hulk came up to me and gave me his version of it, and then Sting came up and gave me his version of it, and it was the same finish. But one was me counting fast and one was with me counting slow. And I'm like, okay, which one do I do? So I tried to find Eric all day. I couldn't find him. So I got out there and I figured, well, let's just split the difference. And nobody got what they wanted. So I didn't really know what to do. So I just split the difference. And it was a really weird count. But it's funny that that happened so long ago. And I'm still to this day getting asked about that. Yeah. And when you do a finish, you want people to talk about it for years to come. And and as convoluted as that may have looked and felt, it accomplished that. I still to this day, you just ask me what the truth behind it was, but that was it. The one guy wanted it one way, the other guy wanted it the other, and management wouldn't give me a straight answer on what they wanted. So I just split the difference.
Very nice, very nice. Ricky is asking for a shout out.
You looking for Ricky?
Yeah.
What's up, Ricky? You doing all right, man? Thanks for hollering, man. Thanks for being part of the show.
Nice. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much, Nick, for availing your time, man. I really, really appreciate you availing your time for me for my 9-year anniversary. What an amazing gift. What an organic gift for me. We got a bunch of shout outs and things, but you are the real deal. You're coming real live. And thank you so much, Nick. I really appreciate it, man.
All right, man. Thank you. And congratulations one more time. 9 years, man, in the wrestling business is fantastic. Keep on stroking, brother.
All right. Thanks much, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That was so awesome. All right, I'm gonna bring back my ace, my man. He's back and better than ever. All right. Before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, we got shout outs in the building, and let's start off with some shout outs, man. We got shout outs all night long, and let's start off with the first couple.
Hey, what's up? This is Kenneth Johnson, Wheezy Woo, right here, congratulating you, Chris, on 9 years with Pancakes and Powerslams. Keep doing your thing, man. You've been killing it, doing it for so many years. 9 years, wow. I can't believe it. And thank you for having me on plenty of times, bro. Keep doing your thing. congratulations on 9 years and many more. God bless.
Thanks so much, Kenneth. I really appreciate it. All right, let's start off. Let's get it going. We got a bunch of more shout outs from some big names. And we're going to start off with my guy, my man, Evan Tech Proud. How are you tonight, my man?
Good to be back. Did I just hit 9 years? 9 years. I take
Yeah, right.
9 years.
Oh.
Nice. Oh man, good to be back. Sorry, I'm about 85%. I had a little injury.
Yeah.
Just took some pills, so I'm all good. But happy anniversary, brother. This is
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate
what
it.
is how many years? This has been like the 4th anniversary show we done together.
Yeah, man. It's been about
4 or 5, one of them.
Yeah, it's been 4
9 years for you and Bobby 8 for me. But congratulations, man. Definitely an honor. What's going on, PNP Nation? Miss y'all much. Good to see my man Nick Patrick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I get him on live in living color. I gotta get him on my show with the ski mask. He gotta bring that back. And that ski mask, that's Saturday. That's it every Saturday night. So good to be here, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So as we've announced before, the band is back together. We will be in Tampa this week, going to WrestleMania and having a great time at WrestleMania. And we will make it happen. We were supposed to do Tampa last year, but COVID got in the way. The jerk of COVID, it happens. But nothing's going to stop us this time. We back at it. So
we did. Show us how old we getting, because I don't know why I thought it was like WrestleMania 37. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was 37. I still think last year 36. We was at 35. Mm-hmm. Your favorite place, New York. So.
Oh yeah, I love New York. So I got the Wrench Mob shirt on today. This is actually the first time I've ever wore the shirt. The Wrench Mob shirt. I wearing it live for the 9 years. It's got the PNP logo on this side, personalized on this side, rocking the Wrench Mob, man. And so yeah, if you're a 6-month patron, go to patreon.com/pancakes and Powerslams. If you are a 6-month patron, you get one of these yourself. With your name, not my name on there, with your name on there, personalized, and with the PNP logo. So go check that out. Go do that. Go do it. Do it now.
Do it
for you.
Do it. So
all right. Let's see. You know how we do. Ask Chris, ask Dr. Chris, ask Evan, ask CNE, the CNE connection. And let's start off with WrestleMania trivia. Which WrestleMania did The Rock, compete against Hulk Hogan? Which WrestleMania did The Rock compete against Hulk Hogan? Which WrestleMania did The Rock compete? The Rock. Right.
Which one was that? What Vincent is trying to think when he did the what was he calling? It was on the Raw when he this WrestleMania. WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, he's welcome to WrestleMania. I keep seeing 17. No.
Marissa, she got it right. Is she a heel?
Got it right. Marissa, no, I think she's still. Marissa's always been a baby face, man. Always been a baby face. There was actually a loser leaves between her. Obviously, a loser leaves between her and Lexi. The heel, she turned heel, and she was written off. Man, we haven't seen her since.
Yeah, she in the rafters with Sting.
Right. Gone for a year. Yes, 18 Ricky. Yes, 18 Elvis. Yes, 18 Marissa. That's correct.
Most
Dion,
memorable.
18. Danny,
memorable part.
absolutely.
You think at 18, it was just the most memorable part of Mania was Rock and Austin. You think it was one of the few Mania cover arts that didn't even have a main event on it. Was just Rock and Austin face to face.
Yep.
It was no Jericho Triple H. It was no other matches. Kane against Angle.
Kane
And the thing is, in the tag match, if you remember, the tag match was the semi-main. It was like, was it the Acolytes and Billy was in it? Billy and Chuck or somebody. The Dudleys or something. That was a good tag, but once Hogan and Rock happened, it kind of like Michaels and Taken 25. That was it. Right. It could have ended the show.
Yeah, Jericho. He talks about how much he couldn't stand being in that spot because it just got shrouded over people for sure. All right, time for another shout out. Let's do it.
What's going on, Dr. Chris? Simon Dean, Nova, Hollywood, all the above. Congratulations on 9 years of Power Slams and Pancakes. Pancakes and Power Slams, however you want to say it. It's an incredible accomplishment, man. I love the podcast. I was on it before. I thought it was great. Here's to another 9, even more than that. I hope you get 10 more years. How about that? So congratulations to you and all the guys. My daughter wants to say hi.
Hi.
There you go. All right, she likes the show too. All right, man. Congrats, guys.
All right. Nova. Simon Dean in the house. Yeah, Nova. Nice. Absolutely. Shout out to Simon Dean.
That was cool. That was a cool gimmick.
Yeah.
Scooter.
Yeah. Cool. Hollywood Nova takeover. Absolutely. Yeah, man. He thanks. Special shout out to Simon Dean. He actually is like vice president of his division, like for like fifth, third.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Yeah, he's like vice president of some.
Yeah,
he's a banker, right?
Yeah, works at Fifth Third, and he's like vice president of his division, man. So, yeah, man, he's doing some things. I love to hear. I love to hear stories like that when people, they do very, very well outside of wrestling. They decide to go. They decide to leave the wrestling business, and they're doing really, really good for themselves. You know what I mean? Instead of feeling like they have to wrestle till they're 80. You know what I mean? You definitely don't want to do that. So cool.
Fortunately, we know of some people.
Yes.
We know of some good old friends that that have two in the business. But this is how it is. But
yes, indeed.
Get to Nova and others. Our buddy the other doctor, Nowinski and Stasiak and others that are successful.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking at my set. Everything's looking good, man. What you think about the new set?
Like it. Look like you about to take photos, like you in a backdrop.
Yeah, man. We lounging, man. We lounging. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we in the lounge, man.
We meet up. We gotta do the
Hogan
and Sam. Yeah.
Mega powers. Absolutely. All right, what we got? Okay. Mania predictions. Let's do this. Am I in a different room? Ricky is asking. No, this is actually the second. This is the other half of my man suite. So what you saw for the previous few years was that I'm looking toward now is what you saw the other times. I'm at the actual podcast table right now. And then, of course, the bookshelf and the control center with the 3 screens, the big screen. Back here, as you see right there, the theater projection. Mm-hmm. Got my refrigerator and microwave, my guitar for Jeff Jarrett, ottoman. Got my sectional back here. This is my theater room. So yeah, this is the studio, man. This is where the magic happens, and this is the new setup for Pancakes and Powerslams, and this is my podcast setup, man. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a while now. Actually, I've been wanting to have this type of new, fresh setup for a while. I bought my 4 mics like a year and a half ago. Haven't, didn't even use them. So I spent a good amount of money to do an upgrade and change up and debut this set, man. So I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out, and it looks very cozy.
Good.
Looks cozy. Thanks, man. Appreciate
it.
We'll be there both nights. Definitely both nights.
We won't be sitting together.
No, unfortunately, we won't be sitting together. And on Sunday night, JTG and I will actually do a post-show podcast for Sports Kita. So JTG and I will be doing a post-show Mania podcast right after Mania. So check that out. Go to SK Wrestling on YouTube. Go to SK Wrestling on Facebook. And JTG and I will be doing a post WrestleMania podcast on Sunday nights.
But one thing's for sure, with it being 2 nights, we won't have to be there about 8 hours.
Yeah,
you know how New York, New York was it the pregame to the pregame show?
Man. It was terrible, man. Absolutely
then
terrible.
It took us Mania store as far as food. We spent 2.5 hours in Orlando in the drive-thru. Remember that?
Yeah, it was crazy.
At the Mania, we was at Wendy's. We waited 2.5 hours in the drive-thru.
No, that's not Florida's protocol. So
nah,
we don't have to do that.
I gotta get tested when I come back home, but
yeah, it is.
Washed by the blood of the Lamb.
Amen. I mean, worst comes to worst. I can do telehealth. I just don't like doing telehealth. I prefer doing therapy face to face.
Right.
But if anything happens, Lord forbid, which I don't think it will, because I'll do my part to stay safe. I'll do my part to stay safe. I'll keep my distance. I'll wear my mask. But if worst comes to worst, I'll just do telehealth for a week or so. But I don't plan on that happening. Christopher's asking, what do you think of Chris Jericho being on Broken Skulls, and do you see anything coming out of that forbidden door? So Jericho explained what happened. Jericho saw, I think it was Taker's Broken Skull episode. I forgot what it was, but he really liked it. He texted Austin, and then they would talk together, and there was some interest. And he was like, "Hey, want to come on?" And Austin texted Vince and said, "Hey, I want to bring Jericho on the podcast. Do I get to go ahead?" Vince said, "Go for it." And there you have it. And so that should be pretty interesting. When I saw that, I was like, you know what? To me, it really boils down to this. I feel that at the end of the day, Jericho's he helped out AEW a lot. Helped put him on the map, helped bring that star power there. But when I saw that picture, I said to myself, I said, you know what? Jericho belongs here, man. Like he's a WWE guy. He was in the WWE for 20 years, 20 years before he left. And, even went to New Japan, it took him nearly 20 years to do that. So it's like, he's like, he's a WWE guy, man. And like, I definitely would not be surprised if his, when his AEW contract expires,
he's coming back.
He's
gonna do a one shot.
Yeah,
he's doing a one shot.
I can see him come back for sure. So maybe a last run. The only thing about Jericho, man, is that Jericho's in my top 5, but I just don't like Jericho's WWE run altogether. Like Jericho, to me, his WWE run was known for, like, eventually, like he was the guy who used his name to put people over, and I didn't like it, man. I think Jericho, what's that again?
You talking about his last run?
I'm just talking about period, man. Like Jericho was like throughout the 20 years of being in WWE, like he used his name to like make other people look good. Like
Yeah,
Jeff
Fandango,
Hardy,
Owens,
RVD, Kevin Owens,
Bray.
Fandango.
Yeah,
You know, he wasn't really that guy who would win feuds. You know what I mean? Like he just he
Detroit. Yeah,
a lot of his titles were transitional. You know, like I wish that he would have been a little bit more selfish as far as a bit from a business standpoint. I wish he
he
would have been. I wish he would have been like an Austin or a Taker. You know, I mean, just kind of really protect his brand. I don't think Jericho did a really good job protecting his brand, and that's coming from someone who's Jericho's in my top 5 all time.
he didn't, but I think though he did. You know, I didn't think about his run like that. So you said it, but I think the good thing is he's fortunate that he's one of the few stars that transcends past wrestling in WWE. Like you said, he barely won a feud, but he's still legendary. He still know him. He still has a name, and he can do whatever he wants. And like you said, he's a WWE guy that's like Flair was always in WA, WCW. I don't
Yep.
care what he do in WWF.
Yep.
Okay, how many Raws he show up in and sweating on his suit jacket.
Right.
He's always gonna be in WA, WCW.
Yep.
Same way with Jericho. He's WWE, but I mean, like
Yeah.
through his 20-year run, and Jericho was like 6 on my top 5. But
Yeah.
it's this spurts. It's like, all right, when you debuted against The Rock, cool. Like 2000, 2001. Then my mom used to call it Late Mama Tech, the Billy Goat, when he had the long beard.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had to see he was the best in the world. She was Michaels. That was it. In the Festival of Friendship. What's that? Four things out of 20 years. After that, it was like
Yeah.
and then after that, I just think about WCW stuff, New Japan and AEW.
Yeah.
I think of Jericho was more the point. Everything he did outside of E, as opposed to what he did in.
Yeah.
So, but
And as far as WWE's, like Jericho's never been the guy. I think he could have been. I think he should have been. But like when I think of Jericho's WWE run, it's just like all of it to me is just like
utility. Like baseball is a utility hitter.
yeah,
hitter,
yeah, exactly. It's like you're the utility guy. It's like
I need you to play first base.
Yeah, it was, and I was like, that would bug me about Jericho's run. And for a number of years, for 20 years, Jericho was my favorite WWE guy. You know what I mean? And so every time I would see a Jericho feud, I'm like, oh my goodness, he'll probably lose this one again. Like, you know what I mean? Like it just, and he did, he would. So,
but technically, he won the biggest feud, which was the undisputed champion. The feud he had with The Rock.
But he only had it for a few months. Like he had it he won it in December. He won it in December.
No, so they made it.
He beat Rock at Rumble. He beat Austin at No Way Out, and then he lost it to Triple H. That was
and then remember, even before that, he had the feud with The Rock, which technically he won that feud. Mercy. So like that's the only thing he's won. And of course,
that was in 2002. Oh no, it was 2001.
2001, yeah. I think that was his best stretch.
He won the title in 2001, and then he won the title in December of 2001, and then he beat Royal Rumble 2002. He beat Rock, and then No Way Out 2002. He beat Austin. So yeah. And that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's he'll be back.
Yeah.
Vince get Kevin Dunn and Jerk go back to the package. And I'm back.
Right.
And I'm back. Kevin Dunn. And I'm back.
All right, let's do some more shout outs. Ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Oh, let's see. Let's bring him on. Here we go.
It has been brought to my attention that congratulations are in order for you, Dr. Featherstone, on 9 years of Pancakes and Powerslams. Cheers, and here's to 9 more.
Special shout out to Crowbar with this.
Crowbar.
Yeah,
Sure look good, man. Sure look good.
Yeah, man. Special shout out to Crowbar, man. That was awesome stuff. So thank you, Crowbar.
He was sipping on that wine, Featherstone. Wine is in the
yeah,
Bible.
man.
Wine is in the Bible.
Cheers. Good stuff. Let's see. We got a bunch of congrats here. Marissa says, congrats on 9 years. I really enjoy recommending your show. Everyone, thank you. Anywhere have a long day laundry today. See you next week. Good night. Good night, Marissa.
Hey, Marissa. Peace.
You just made the list. Let's see.
And he had a lot of great finishes, though. You got to make doing them years of Jericho. Every year the game came out with a different finisher. Insecurity, the ugly flashback.
Yeah. Yes,
the walls, line saw, the breakdown, pole breaker, the Judas elbow.
Yep, a Judas effect. Yeah, that's.
I
do too. Actually, I think it's pretty creative. I'm a big fan too. Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna do some WrestleMania predictions, and then got some more shout outs. But before that, trivia time. This WrestleMania was home of the hair versus hair match.
Oh my God.
Donald Trump, represented by Bobby Lashley, versus Vince McMahon, represented by This WrestleMania was home of the hair versus hair match. Donald Trump, represented by Bobby Lashley, versus Vince McMahon, represented by
And just an added note, this WrestleMania here was the highest grossing WrestleMania until WrestleMania 29. Rock Cena 2 twice in a lifetime.
Yep.
Let's see, 23.
Yep.
Was it 23? After a while, I get the numbers mixed up.
Yep.
One of the worst stunners Trump took. I remember that Go Home Raw. You had Lashley trying to work the mic, which is a no-no. Then you hear Trump says, We love you, Bobby. Trump. What are they? Oh man.
Let me check the 20 card real quick. Let's see. Yeah, that was the Hollywood. Yep. 23, 2007, April 1st, 2007. The card was Kennedy won Money in the Bank. Khali defeated Kane. Oh wow, I forgot about that.
I forgot about that.
He beat him in 5.5 minutes. I remember that.
I totally forgot about that match. Is that the moment they had like all the pictures like in the corner? They had like all the pictures up all around the stadium.
Yeah. Benoit beat MVP to keep the U.S. title. Taker beat Batista to win.
Good match.
Middle of the card. Interesting. ECW Originals beat New Breed. Lastly, my God. Melina defeating Ashley in the co-main event in the Lumberjill match. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That was the best.
This main card was horrible.
Cena and Michaels was actually pretty good.
That was excellent.
Yeah, that was probably Cena's best Mania. I think that was Cena's best Mania match. It was almost a half an hour, and it was a really good match. So,
I think it was that when he went against Taker when he got squashed. I think those were his two best ones.
His best one. I don't know about his best one. The one he got squashed.
I mean, his two best ones. The Michaels.
Star Power.
Oh, Star Power wise, yeah, him and Michaels won.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, Star Power is Michaels and Taker, but I mean, he got squashed by Taker, so that wouldn't be his best wrestling match for sure. So,
I think Ricky It's Ricky. Ricky asked how long I've been watching wrestling since 1987. And favorite wrestler, of course, the GOAT Sting.
Yes.
And Chris has the same favorite wrestler. Did you see that article I sent you? Not gonna mention who it is because I don't know if it's affiliate of us.
No.
Sting when he went berserk.
I didn't see it. I didn't watch it yet. I mean, I didn't look at it yet, but I did see that you sent it. Yeah, I meant to watch it. I mean, I meant to see it. Next match. Next trivia. Who were the competitors of the blindfold match at WrestleMania 7? Who were the competitors of the blindfold match? WrestleMania 7. 9.
You know what I'm gonna say.
Hands down.
I thought you was gonna say New York.
27. Oh no, I thought experience wise on the fan, but 35 was okay. I mean, Kofi won the world title, so
yeah, that was big.
Yeah, that was major for me.
You
But
think 9?
as far as the worst, I would say 9, and I would say second would be 27.
Yeah, 9 is horrible.
Yeah.
27, I was there.
Yep.
And it just was
Ugh.
it was just bad.
Terrible.
That was my first Mania, so
Jake and Martel, yep. Jake and Martel, yep. That is correct. Good job, guys.
Ricky said his favorite is The Rock, watching for 21 years. Here's something for you, Ricky. Since The Rock is your favorite, I'm pick with him. What pay-per-view and who? What pay-per-view did The Rock debut the rock bottom? And who did he do it on? That's one of the stiffest rock bottoms. This was so nasty. Get it? And the commentator was, what a maneuver.
What a maneuver. It reminds me of WrestleFest.
Oh yeah. Speaking of WrestleFest, if I have your permission,
play.
If I have your permission, Chris, to do this. No, we don't. Speaking of WrestleFest, shout out to good buddies of mine, Retromania. I'm not sure if you heard of the video game Retromania Wrestling, which is the official sequel to WrestleFest. Please check them out on Twitter at Retromania. I had both of the creators on my show multiple times. Definitely a great game. So, Chris, you like, of course, WrestleFest is one of the GOAT games. You'll love this one. Just check it out on Twitter. Just type in Retromania. The only game I support and sponsor, I'll actually promote because they actually promoted us. And I think it's a couple. It's 2 other independent wrestling video games coming out soon. I think it's good because we need some more competition.
Nice.
SummerSlam the Kurt.
Yes.
Albert says SummerSlam the Kurt.
I'm not sure. Shout out time. Shout out time. Here we go.
Hey, Chris, congratulations on 9 years of your podcast, Pancakes and Powerslams. I've always enjoyed being a guest on your program because you're so knowledgeable and you're so professional. Good luck, and I hope you have another 50 years. Have a good night.
My man.
Special shout out to Greg Gagne.
Greg Gagne. Spell it the same.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you need to ask, shout out to Greg. We need to ask him about why was he wearing that outfit at Secret Clash. We'll go back. You remember that? Yes. Come on, Greg. What is going on, man? The tag match. Come on, Greg.
Man. Right.
It was Earn is Right Survivor Series, and it was on Road Warrior Hall.
Yep. Let's see. All right, let's do another trivia question. We've got a few more shout outs, then we'll do predictions. And we will be out of here. Next. The blindfold match. Oh yeah, we got that. I think we finished with the trivia questions. Unless you got one.
WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Let's see. I probably can think of one real quickly.
Who did Undertaker compete against at? Okay, here we go. Here's a good one. Since he started at 7, what are the only WrestleManias that the Undertaker has missed?
Oh, that's a good one.
Since starting at WrestleMania 7, the only WrestleManias that the Undertaker has missed. That's one. So as you do that, as you all figure that out, shout out time. Let's get to the shout outs, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy 9th anniversary to the wrestling podcast, Pancakes and Powerslams, and Dr. Chris Featherstone from PCO, the French Canadian Frankenstein.
That's the man.
Shout out to PCO for giving me a shout out. Pancakes and Powerslams 9-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen. PCO. Yes, he did miss 10. He did indeed. He missed 10. 10 was the last man standing match, right, between Savage and Crush. And then that was Brett and Owen. That's when Owen beat Brett with the roll up type of deal, the small package type of. He rolled up his legs. He kind of like leaned in toward his legs, and then that was Brett and Yoko, I believe. When Brett and then Yoko and Luger. Well, no, it was Yoko and. Yeah, it was Brett and Yoko. Yeah. Then, let's see what happened at 10. Let's see the rest of the
That's really a question too.
Somebody a 10 card. So somebody said 35 and 16. Yep. So 10, 16, and 35, and seemingly 37 as well. 10's card was Owen beating Brett, Bam Bam and Luna beating Doink and Dink, Randy Savage defeating Crush,
That's a really tongue.
Alundra Blaze defeating Falls Count Anywhere, yep. Leilani Kai, Men on a Mission defeating the Quebecers. Speaking of PCO, Yoko beating Luger by disqualification. Perfect was the referee there. Earthquake beating Adam Bomb in 35 seconds. Razor beating Michaels. Ladder match. That was really good.
It went over.
And Brett beating Yoko. Yep. How do I know Taker won't turn up at 37?
It's on Nito. He won't. Why? What's the?
There's no
what's the reasoning for taking the show out? You see him enough doing interviews.
Yeah. He's kayfabe is just about over for Taker.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. All right, shout out time. Got a few more shout outs. Some. There basically it's a shout out card. You have. I really appreciate everybody's shout outs, and the more the shout outs kind of pass, the bigger the superstar is. And we got a big main eventer, ladies and gentlemen. All the superstars are majorly big, and I super duper appreciate. I determined this by the level of just kind of star power mixed with personal contribution in the Pancakes and Power Slam show. So that's how I determined the order of of shout outs. So thank you so much to everybody. I really appreciate everybody who's spent the time. Bischoff actually was supposed to send me one, but he's been too busy with
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
The Buzz Horse.
Yeah.
Oh man. John, I'm proud of you, man. We both one of the few people that actually multiple times interviewed the Boss Horse, Easy E.
Yep.
He well deserved, and I told him about that glitch. Hey guys, you all want to get over with somebody? If you have SmackDown, here comes the pain. There's a glitch in the video game. I told Bischoff that, and he laughed. If you pick Eric Bischoff with the leather jacket in the first blood match, there's a glitch where he never bleeds. You will win every time. Won tons of bets with that. Not cash, of course, but lunch.
Yeah.
Soda and stuff like that.
All right. We're moving up. And let's do some shout outs. We got about 10 minutes, and we'll do a couple shout outs this time. Here we go.
Chris, happy anniversary to your great podcast. Today is your anniversary. For all the wrestlers you put on your show, for all the legends, for all the upcomers, happy anniversary. Choo-choo! Ice train, brother. Have a good one. Keep doing what you're doing. God bless you, man. Peace.
Pancakes and Power Slams, you are now rocking with the God. What's really good? Yo, I got to give my man Chris Prolific a big shout out. 9 years? 9 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 years you've been doing your thing. Love the show. And it's always an honor to be on the show. Next year, the 10-year anniversary, you got to bring your boy back. But right now, that's in the future. Right now, we're celebrating 9 years. Keep doing your thing, Chris, and I'm looking forward to coming back. Cheer.
Shout out to
my
man, Ice Train. Man, out of all the people I've interviewed, man, there's certain people. There's certain people. There's a handful of people that I've stayed close to. I've developed a friendship with, and Harold Train is definitely one of them. Super supportive, man.
PNP Hall of Fame, man.
Really, he's PNP Hall of Fame for sure, man. And JTG's in the PNP Hall of Fame too. He's probably the most frequent guest of PNP. Really nice guy, man. And super
Where
supportive.
my man at? Where my man at? You know who I'm gonna ask for?
Who's that?
Hey, gun it, my man.
Black Bart.
Yeah, Black Bart. Where my man Black Bart? He should be on it. PNP Hall of Fame.
Well, he was in the PNP Hall of Fame. I gotta find out that list, man, because I know that there's a few people who made the Hall of Fame. I forgot though. So I got actually one more that I need to put on here. So Evan, I'm gonna have you take over real quick. I gotta put one more on the docket.
Oh, sure, no problem.
For a video. So here we go.
I got you. No problem. So, cause I'm taking over. Check PNP Power Slams, Pancakes Power Slams. All right, so there's another WrestleMania trivia. Who was the first heel champion to retain their championship at WrestleMania? Who was the first heel champion to retain their championship? The other, if you don't know what retain is, otherwise to win the main event at WrestleMania and keep it. Let me know. Not going rogue, Ricky. Not going rogue at all. So just let me know for WrestleMania. What WrestleMania was the first Mania to have the heel, the bad guy, the champion, keep his belt? Yes, Triple H. Wasn't Flair. Yeah, it wasn't Flair. Cause remember Flair lost to Savage in Mania 8. Mania 8. So it was definitely Triple H. So that was the first and only Mania, WrestleMania 2000, that had no single matches. Every match on that card was either a tag or a triple threat or four way. I remember that was on April Fools. And I don't know, there's something about if you guys are old enough to remember the year 2000. We thought the world was going in Y2K, and everybody was so excited about WrestleMania 2000. Me and my buddy just talk about the set, and then the set was just like so basic. It was like, come on, how you got this was so basic. I think 17 is one of the first ones that had like the actual set. 16 was just the monitors that opened up. It was basic. Um, it's just no rhyme or reason. Ricky, why did they have single matches? Some stuff, as you know, in the business, just happens like that. Just you book certain things, you go through a certain card, and I'm pretty sure they didn't even think about it. So after like, wait, dang, no single matches. Same way with Take It Street. That wasn't even supposed to be a thing. They didn't even think about it to like, wait, WrestleMania 11 and 12. Wait a minute, Take is undefeated. And he first mentioned it about the streak WrestleMania 17 when he first started hinting at the streak, and then they really start promoting it as an actual thing or spectacle each WrestleMania 18 when he went against Flair. So since we're also on Mania, let me know, PNP Nation, what is, since Ricky mentioned it, what is your favorite Undertaker WrestleMania match? Let's see. And while we wait for that, do I have a podcast, Aaron? Yes, I do. My radio show is Under the Mat Radio. Under the Mat Radio. I've been doing professional broadcasting for the 8 years this year. And like Chris, I've had I had legends, WWE Hall of Famers, Olympic gold medalists. So I cover it all, pro wrestling. But I also had boxers and comedians too. But so yes, let us know your favorite Taker WrestleMania match. That is not WrestleMania 25. They wasn't going to see that because you know that's the goal.
And yeah, if you didn't hear, Under the Mat Radio, and please follow him. Please follow Evan Under Mat Radio, Under the Mat Radio. 33, 26, 28, 30, and 34.
Yeah, we saw on stages.
Okay, nice.
17 was like the first one where you saw the elaborate stage because 16 was a letdown. It was just the monitors.
Yeah, right. All right. So I got some shout outs, man. I got let me give you three. Let me give you three this time. I've got a few more. So I got a lot more. I'm gonna give you three this time. So much love from former guests of the PNP show, man. This is great. Having such a great time, y'all. Just chilling out here for 9 years. Thank you so much, everybody. Absolutely. All right. Shout out time, ladies and gentlemen.
This is Big Rick, FKA Ezekiel Jackson. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Chris Featherstone on celebrating 9 years of Pancake and Power Slams. Much love, bro. Godspeed.
Yo, baby, PN News here. Dr. Chris, what's up? I just want to wish you all the best on your 9th anniversary show on Pancakes and Power Slams. And here's to the next 9 years. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, I love being on your show. I love what you're doing. You keep up the good work, and you have a good show, brother. All the best. From Germany, yo, it's PN News. Be cool.
That's right, Chris. 9 years we've been together. And brother, I'm looking very, very forward to the next 9 years. God bless you and keep you till we talk and see each other again.
That's the man.
Hey, that thing you can do about it.
God darn it.
My man.
What do you call you, man? Black Bart. What do you call you? Stone Feather
Spoon, Feather Spoon. Yeah, man. You know you had to. Black Bart is the all-time favorite of the PNP Nation when it comes to this show, man. So I had to put on Black Bart to give a shout out, man. So.
Where's your I gotta ask, man. I gotta be a troll. Where's your buddy? Your homegirl. You know what I'm talking about? She went one of the memorable interviews. What was her name? TNA. The interview.
Angela.
Yeah. No. Black girl.
Tranisha Biggers.
Yeah, Tranisha. Yeah, where's she at, man?
That's
one of the legends.
Yeah, I don't know where in the world she's up to, man. I think, man, I know she was like on Facebook real heavy, but I don't know what.
Yeah, she did Alexi.
It's kind of disappeared, man.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, we're gonna get to predictions. Special shout out to my man, Big Rick, Ezekiel Jackson, man. Awesome man of God, man. Just a cool man. Oh yeah, strong. Man. Yeah, we do a lot of theology discussions, man. He's in my Swartzman theology group. Very active, very interactive in that group, and just a cool dude, man. And of course, yo baby, yo.
Viennese.
Yo baby, yo. So big shout out to my man PN News as well. All right. Before we get into predictions, you know what time it is. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of people who I told you there's going to be a lot of surprises. I told you there's going to be a lot of surprises on the Pancakes and Powerslams show. And ain't a damn thing
you can do about it.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. There's more. There's a lot of people who's been on the PP show, who loves the show, who's giving me some love. So I really, really appreciate everybody who's been on here that's giving me some love. Here we go.
Yo, boys, it's me, DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, and I want to congratulate my boys from Pancakes on actually having their 9-year anniversary. Fellas, keep up the great work, and let's take the 10 years in with a bang. See ya.
Big shout out to TP, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to DDP. Oh, there's more, ladies and gentlemen. I told you it keeps getting better and better and better. This person has become a buddy of mine. Super cool dude, man. Super supportive, man. And as much of a popular star he is right now, he still, has time to have some good conversations with me on apologetics. So big shout out to my boy, Lance Archer.
Hey, what's up? This is the Murder Hawk Monster, Lance Archer. And I just want to congratulate you, Chris, on 9 years of Pancakes and Powerslams. And I appreciate you having me on a couple times, man. It was a lot of fun. Hope you keep kicking it and keep doing it well, because you know what? In the end, everybody
My man, Lance Archer, man, my guy.
Yeah,
that's a big deal, man. And as big as he is in AEW right now, just absolutely killing it right now in AEW. Just a cool dude, man. And I'm super blessed to have become friends with him and just really have some good conversations with him, man. So big shout out to Lance Archer. That's that has been really, really helpful. Just with helping me with the apologetics tournament I'm in, man, and just that I was
check
in.
that out too.
Helping, yes.
Y'all gotta check that out too. The apologetics that Chris does.
Yeah, absolutely. Vision United, VIZION United, absolutely. Next up. I had to bring him on, man. He's one of those people who I have become good friends with, and despite the controversy that he creates, and despite everything that people may think of him, you know what, man? Not only is he a really, really cool dude, not only is he a loyal person, he is my bro.
Yo, Dr. Chris, it is your good friend Vince Russo. I cannot believe, bro, it's been 9 years of pancakes and power slams. But, bro, those are the easy 9 years because now I'm in your life every week, bro. Congrats.
Bro.
Brother, bro.
That is correct.
Brother,
he is in my week he is in my life every single week. We actually have 2 shows together. Every week we do the Legion of Raw Post Show podcast, and we also do Riding with Russo. So he's in my life every single week, twice a week. So big shout out to Vince Russo. We've got real close, man, and just a super cool dude. All right, we got 2 more. We got 2 more, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more. Two big ones. Here's the main event. The main event ones. So this one is major to me. This one is major to me, and it's one of those things that having him give me a shout out, it really solidified why I do what I do, man. It's one of those things that this dude is just super receptive, man. Just super available. He's just only a text away. He's a legend. He's a WWE Hall of Famer, man, and just a really, really nice guy. It's one of those, they always say never meet your heroes, but I beg to differ. My all-time favorite tag team person was Road Warrior Animal. One of my all-time favorites in my top 3. He's been on the Pancakes and Powerslams show before. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Steamboat.
Hey, Dr. Chris. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat here. I want to welcome you to the Dragon's Den. And I understand that congratulations are in order. 9 years for Pancakes and Powerslams. 9 years. And I do remember when I was on the show, and thank you so very much for having me as one of your guests. So, from the Dragon's Den and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, congratulations, Dr. Chris, for 9 years of Pancakes and Powerslams.
Man, that was great. That was great, man. That was great.
Want to play? Stay in the sandbox. Yeah. Since you that clip.
In full garb with this beautiful, shiny looking Intercontinental Championship in front of him, man, in the Dragon's Den. And 9 years, man, and I look at stuff like that, man, and I'm like, you know what? I'm so blessed and thankful that I had a vision back in 2012. And I was like, you know what? I don't know any of these guys. I don't know any of these wrestlers. But But I'm determined. I'm determined to make it happen, man. I'm determined to make it work, and I'm going to start it. And it's not going to be just some run of the mill podcast. This is not going to be your podcast next door. It's not going to be like dime a dozen podcasts like all of them. I really want to stand out, and I really want to make the podcast legendary. And I want to bring in the top stars, the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful, man. You know, he is actually one of the biggest names that I've ever brought on the Pancakes and Powerslams show, and just for him to spend the time to give me a shout out for 9 years, man, it's such a
great
blessing.
guy, man.
And you know, he is number 3 in my all-time favorite wrestlers. And so I have my third best wrestler of all time. Give me a big shout out, man. Huge blessing.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of huge blessings, ladies and gentlemen, this guy has become a buddy of mine, and this is the main event of the PNP shoutouts, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, this is the main event of the Pancakes and Powerslams shoutouts. You've heard many awesome shoutouts from some legends, ladies and gentlemen, some Hall of Famers, ladies and gentlemen, some current AEW stars, and old Black Bart as always. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the Pancakes and Powerslams show shoutouts for a reason. It's a simple reason, because he is in the main event of WrestleMania.
What's happening, Chris? What's happening, listeners of Pancakes and Powerslams? This is former guest Drew McIntyre wearing his I'm Pickle Rick shirt. If you're just listening, you don't see the visual. I'm wearing an awesome t-shirt from Rick and Morty. Anyway, back to the point. I just want to say congratulations on 9 years, and here's to 9 more.
Special shout out to Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good stuff, man. Appreciate it, Drew. Appreciate you showing me some love.
Proud of you, man.
Thank
you got
you,
him.
man.
You was the first and only to interview him literally a few days before he debuted on NXT.
Absolutely. Yep. Right before the debut, man, and we've actually been buddies ever since. Super cool guy, man, and so blessed to have Drew McIntyre pull through on the Pancakes and Powerslams
That's
show.
awesome, man.
Knowing that he will be main event at WrestleMania, pulling through the Pancakes and Powerslams show. Good stuff. All right, y'all. Let's hurry up and get these predictions together, and let's do that. I'm usually off on Wednesdays. That's usually my self-care day, but because I'm going out of town, I'm a family man, so working hard regardless of the situation. So despite I'm gonna have about 5 hours of sleep. I'm gonna be working, being a therapist all day. I'm gonna work anyways because my family needs my doctor money.
Oh yes, doctor money, the pay window.
Need the doctor money, the pay window, ladies and gentlemen.
Window.
All right, so let's get right into it. Let's do night 1. Lana Naomi versus Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose versus the Riot Squad versus Natalya and Tamina, who goes into night 2 to go against the tag team champions. Who wins it?
I say Naomi.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I forgot they put a tab on it.
Yeah, I think Lana and Naomi is gonna win that one too. Cesaro and Seth Rollins.
Cesaro, man. And when was the last time Cesaro's been in that Mania match? In Mania.
He's never been in a singles match at WrestleMania.
Right. So give it to Cesaro, man.
Yeah,
I'm actually Seth has basically done everything he can do. So he can afford to leave and still be one of the biggest stars now.
Agreed. Braun and Shane. Ugh.
Yeah, the winner is Shane doing the bump off the cage. You already
know that's gonna happen.
You know it's gonna happen. And look, I sat through one of the worst Hell in the Cells besides Boss Man, God rest his soul.
Yeah,
Big Bubba No Trouble in Undertaker and Shane was horrible.
It was
I
bad.
was there for that.
I agree.
Braun, it's dumb.
Yeah.
And my staff member predicted it right. He said it too. He said 3 years ago, I guarantee you all Braun is going to get the Big Show treatment. And then that's exactly what he's getting now.
Yeah.
And you just dare doing dumb stuff. So.
For sure. I can see Shane jumping off the cage onto the outside table. That's what I see happening. Similar to what he did. He jumped off the top of the cage to the top of the Hell in a Cell on the table, as if jumping off the steel cage is going to be any different. But okay, New Day versus AJ and almost. Although I want the New Day to win very, very much, I think that AJ and Almost is going to win it. Unfortunately,
I told you almost looked just like the Thugs in Training Day. Terry Crews was standing there.
Yeah.
And random, just go back and Training Day doing that famous scene.
Yeah.
And they gotta give it to. I mean, AJ is a personal friend of mine too. Good guy. I could have hit him up and tried to give him a shot. I was not thinking with the week ahead, but
he's never been on my show, so it's cool.
Okay, but AJ, they gotta give it to AJ Almas, whatever his name is. To give him.
I think AJ is at this point right now that he should be putting, like, he should help the division, and I don't think him and Almost having a tag team really helps anything. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest against Miz and Morrison. I think it's much of a slam dunk. We know that Bad Bunny and Damian Priest.
Oh my gosh, I don't even.
Sasha,
sleep on that match.
Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair.
My girl Bianca, but they didn't drop that. So shout out to my man Biggie, who give you a shout out to, one of my close friends. He's listened to your show too. They didn't drop their feud so much that he is, I don't know.
Terrible. Terrible.
Bad Bunny.
Bianca Belair is my favorite woman's wrestler.
She's pretty, she's funny.
And to have, just her win the Royal Rumble, 3.5 months ago, just to see this, not a fan. 2.5 months ago. Then closing out with Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship.
I'm gonna say this. I've talked to both men. Both men is good guys. I'm hoping Lashley keep it. I think Lashley needs
a lot of people are saying that, man. I'm a Drew McIntyre guy, man. So I think
Drew's a good guy too.
I think the point of this is to have that Drew moment, and I think it's one of those. It's kind of like the Occam's razor, man. The simplest answer is probably the right one, and that's the reason why I said a couple years ago, Kofi's going to win it, and Becky Lynch is going to win it, and that's exactly what happened. So many people are like, no, there's no way that's going to happen. No, you can only have one happen. WrestleMania is about feel-good moments, and Drew is going to have that feel-good moment in front of fans, and I don't think that's something they're going to budge on.
I hope Lashley keeps it though. I like Drew. Drew's a good guy. I met him a few times. And it's like he for Drew. I do hope he gets his big moment with a crowd. Last year Brock and COVID, took that away. He mentioned, but I just feel like this Lashley keep it and give him serious dominating run. They can rematch each other at SummerSlam and had you win. Your point makes sense too, but we'll talk about night 2. There's a reason why
I think the feel good moment is what WrestleMania is all about, man. So I mean, if he wins it on the Raw after WrestleMania back, it's like they're gonna leave with that feel good moment that usually happens. There's been times where it hasn't. Rollins cashing in, Reigns being Taker, but it's typically that feel good moment, man. Night two, let's do it real quick. Got a couple minutes left. Start off with Nia and Baszler. We both got Lana and Naomi going to that match. Do you think do you think Nia and Baszler retain it, or do you think Lana and Naomi win it?
Baszler and Nia Jax keep it.
I think the baby faces win. I think Jackson Baszler, they was there's been some rift. There's been some kind of conflict, some rift between them, and I think that they're going to implode. Riddle and Sheamus, U.S. Championship.
I'm not a big fan of Riddle. I always like Sheamus, but I guess they're going, you gotta make these stars, give it to Riddle. Riddle needs it more than Sheamus.
I agree, but I think Sheamus is going to win it, though. I think this is Sheamus' consolation prize for having that feud against Drew McIntyre.
Feud against Drew, yeah. I mean, Riddle's okay, but I just never was he just doesn't do much for me.
Yeah. Owens and Zayn. This should be a pretty good match. I think Owens is going to win this.
Yeah, Ring of Honor, pretty much. And generico. I think Owens is going to win, but Zayn needs to win something. He's been great as a comedic role, but you got to get. I know it's not about wins and losses, but you got to win a match at some point.
Oh, it's definitely about wins and losses. That's the reason why wrestling sucks now because
No, I agree with you, but I think Owens is going to win, but I hope Sammy wins because Sammy deserves it. He's been good work.
I think Owens is going to win. Sammy really hasn't been a big name.
That's right. Owens went against Shane last year, didn't he?
He went against Rollins last year.
Oh, Rollins, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Big E and Apollo Crews in the Nigerian drum fight. I think Apollo's going to win.
Uganda, Uncle Apollo?
I think Apollo's going to win it.
Yeah, Uncle Apollo.
I'm a Big E guy, man, but you're having all these matches between the two, and Big E's won all of them.
We already know how that's going to go.
Yeah. Elvis is asking the 2 WrestleMania matches for SmackDown. As far as I think the Street Profits is going to win the SmackDown titles again. As far as whoever wins the Andre Battle Royal, I don't even know who's going to be in it.
Who are the Street Profits going against again?
It's a 4-way for the SmackDown title. So
lazy booking.
Ziggler and it's actually been okay. I actually think that should have been on the main card.
On the card, exactly right.
I think the 4-way women's match should have been on SmackDown to see who gets into the match.
Yeah. Maybe
the match should have been on Sunday. I'm cool with the match being on Sunday, but I think the 4-way it didn't need to be on. It didn't need to be on the main card.
Maybe Vince will change it out at the last second, but
I doubt it.
Yeah, I think the Street Profits will win. But I'm with you. Uncle Apollo will win.
Let's see, Fiend and Orton.
Oh man, I do not care about this match. It's gonna have to be the Fiend because that's one of the matches a no brainer. If you don't get the Fiend, crispy fried Fiend,
right? I think that Fiend wins, but I said before, we don't have any more. We're running out of time, but I'll say this: this match means nothing to me because, like me and Vince say all the time. They've put Alexa Bliss over Orton week after week after week, and she beat him in Fastlane. That's just taking the heat away from the Fiend. That's terrible booking. Asuka and Rhea Ripley for the World Women's Championship.
I like both, man, but you gotta give it to Rhea, and it's sad because Asuka is so hot.
Yeah, I don't think.
I'll put it like this. I like both. I can see why both would win. But I feel like Asuka should win because I think she should have beat Charlotte when we was there in New Orleans. 33. I get them mixed up.
34.
34. Yeah. I think they both. I would be glad with both. And not to be funny, I'm glad it worked out instead of Charlotte being in there. But she lost last year to Charlotte.
I think that we need a little bit more in Rhea Ripley. I think so. Just don't bring her in as champ right out the gate. I
Yeah,
think
they can fight again.
you gotta build the equity of
Build
Asuka.
up, yeah.
I'm tired of Asuka losing big matches.
Exactly.
I don't want Asuka to be like the big match failure type of person. Her character is way too strong for that. I think we basically had a turn on Raw. Rhea's playing the heel, get the heat.
Yeah, right.
And so, she got the advantage on Asuka, and I think Asuka's going to win it out. All right, lastly, Reigns, Edge, Daniel Bryan.
They have to give it to Edge. I don't want Edge to win. It's a feel good moment. I put it like this. I hope Reigns keep it. This is the thing. If Drew beats Bobby, then he gotta have Reigns keep it. Keep Reigns.
Here's a couple things I was
Or
thinking.
is Brock gonna come back though?
Here's a couple things I was thinking about. WWE is not stupid. There's a reason why they are putting this match on night 2. All right. So you typically want that feel good moment. You want that feel good moment. It would have made sense to put Lashley against Drew in night 2. But there's a reason why they're putting this in night 2, because here's the thing. Something big's got to happen. It's got to be a big bang, at the end of Mania. If you just have Roman retain, you could have had that on night. And which I think he should retain, because you should build Roman up to be that mega heel, because he's been kind of looking softer. But at the same time, he's had the title for 8 months. He won it the week after SummerSlam. So
do you see Paul? You see
he's had it
Heyman
for 7 months.
You see Heyman turning? Get with Ed?
No, a terrible idea. This is why I think Daniel Bryan is in the match to be the fall guy. And so either Edge is going to pin Daniel Bryan, which there's that feel good moment. He's in there because Edge, they didn't want Edge to pin Roman, or Roman pins Daniel Bryan. The only thing about that is that we don't want to see Reigns versus Edge after that, because they're two heels. So the only other option, if you want to feel good moment, there's a reason why this is at the last match, is that Daniel Bryan's going to pin Edge and take it. So that
would be a good swerve, and then we could get the rematch at the next pay-per-view, Triple Threat. WWE Fuller. We're gonna get a rematch.
They're probably doing it on SmackDown.
Right. SmackDown Live.
Right.
The match to go like a whole hour.
It'll be Edge versus Roman. The winner goes against Bryan at the next pay-per-view. So,
but no, you gotta throw in Teddy Long. He'll be a DLC Edge tag match. Edge and Bryan against Roman, and go away heel Elias or something.
Oh, yuck! All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, Lonnie's been around for a while. He's been around every week. He's been jobbing out.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, his push, up, down, up. Yeah,
he's never really had a strong push. Maybe the beginning of when he came, but other than that, he's been pretty unfortunate. But what isn't unfortunate is all the amazing names that came through. Yeah, and I know that I'm gonna. All the names who came through. I'm not going to single anybody out. I'm going to couple everybody together and say every single person that came through and gave me a shout out. Thank you so much, man. This is 9 years. Danny saying, congrats, Dr. Chris. Thank you for all the shows. Hope to see you at the shot soon. Absolutely. Thank you all. Appreciate it. This has been a great night. I couldn't imagine it to be any better. 9 years, new setup, bunch of awesome shout outs. Thank you everybody who's wishing me for happy 9. And listen, I'll be in Tampa WrestleMania weekend, And what a great way to start WrestleMania week from having 9 years of Pancakes and Power Slam show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for all your support. Until next week, enjoy your week of wrestling. God bless. And always remember, I do it for you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night. No, not like this. Not like this. We gotta go. We're out of time. No.